Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. It's Mandy Hatter here, and today I am going to be painting some eggs. So I do this method where I drop watercolor onto wooden eggs. For some reason, this egg had a bunch of dirt on it. I don't know why. Anyway, so not like it's going to ruin anything to have it have dirt on it, because sometimes that's what I try to make them look like on the bottom. But anyway, so I have to do the first step. So here I've got these finished sanded wooden eggs. Not real, wooden. So, anyways, I'm trying to get them in an area that you guys can see the method. I did have the camera somewhat focused in it, but apparently it wants it further out. There we go. Okay, so anyway, I tried doing this a few years back, and I found that I really liked how it turned out, especially after we stained the wood. It changed the colors of this. So underneath here, this is what I'm balancing this on, is basically a dish drainer. And I'm wanting to protect it. I just use it for the painting, but I don't want it to get all messy just because. But I was just trying to set the eggs down in the big square portions, and that wasn't going to work. I need the pegs to set them on. So that is working much better. I hope that y'all are doing good today. One of my favorite colors to start out with is actually blue, and another one is purple. Whoops. As I punch my microphone. That was wonderful. So anyways, I just put a very little bit of the watercolor on to my palette. Now my palette needs to be cleaned from a project that I just finished here a few minutes ago. But it's just a very little bit. I didn't even hardly squeeze the tube. Because most of the color that you are putting on this project... Oh, this purple isn't even opened. It's brand new. I love brand new paint. So, blurp. So anyways, here is this one. I have to squeeze a little bit more because this one hasn't even been started. So it's just a little tiny bit. And that's probably even going to be too much as it is. But I'm going to do a wash, and this means I'm going to take some of the color, I'm going to take some water, I'm going to take some color, water, load up my paintbrush, and I am going to drop it on the top of the eggs. So it's basically like paint water sort of thing. And I want a strong color there, so I'm going to add some more water in there with my paintbrush. And then not only that, but I'm just going to take my paintbrush over to the water, and I'm going to drop it onto the egg from here. And I don't necessarily have anything in mind yet as far as what I want to do, but I am going to move my water closer because going across my body with it does not work. So I just want to get the top of this here somewhat done. And this is also a different paint than I'm used to. So it doesn't spread as much as some of the others that I've had before. And then I want to go from the bottom and it looks sort of messy right now. But I'm just spreading it out with water. I'm not adding any paint to it. I'm gonna get some greens and reds and yellows ready because I want to have some brighter colors as well. Now, granted, a lot of the colors that I do on these, a lot of the paintings that I finally do on these is a floral type. Floral, landscape, something like that. Ooh, I got fuzzies. Where did those come from? Okay, it's starting to do some of this on the sides that I want it to. Okay, I think I know exactly what I want to do on this one. So I'm going to let this one dry. But can you see what it... Can you see what it's turning out to be yet? Looks a little bit like a tree to me. There we go. Got it turned around like a bunch of trees. So I'm going to leave this over here to dry and try not to paint my screen. Because that would be silly. Okay. So that was one. And I don't know why it's showing everything upside down, but trying to get it a little bit more so that you can see the sides when I drop the colors on. Okay, I'm going to start this one out with some red, I think. And we have some oranges and yellows. It's a really pretty bright orange. And let's do this yellow. Gosh, I'm getting into a whole bunch of new colors today. Okay, so here we go. And I have to go back and recover a lot of this over time because it will fade. So in order to keep the colors bright, I want to keep applying it as time goes on. So I just put a little coat of yellow on there. And this particular video may not be very satisfying to you because it's just the beginnings. It's going to have to dry. But we do things in stages. There. Come back. Okay, well, the bottom of that one's going to be red. Okay. I can already see a flower that this one is turning into. Because sometimes I do the flower as the tip of the egg and you're looking down at it. I think that would be really pretty, like a poppy or something. We'll see. We'll see what it turns into. gonna put this one over here to let the top dry because I really like how that's turning out. I'm gonna see if I can turn back to my other screen because this is upside down. Nope, it's not working. I don't know why it's doing that. Video capture. I'm double checking to see if I can turn it around because it's making everything upside down. There we go. Haha. Much better. Much better. Awesome. And can I zoom it in maybe a little bit? Buffering. Nope. It doesn't let me do that, but that's fine. So I'm okay with that. At any rate, so this is part of it. And let's move on to the next one. So I needed to use red on the bottom of this one because it blurped from the other egg. So let's try this way. Come back. Stop touching things. You keep wanting to touch that other egg. Okay, let's try this. just hitting it with some brighter colors. I'm trying to make it look sort of like flames going up. I'm gonna need a brighter yellow. As well. Okay, I'm gonna let that one dry for a little bit, because it needs it. And I'm going to add some more red to this one, because it needs it too. And now I need some more dark red. Dark red. Dark red. Doobie 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 doobie. Dark red. Like my doobie 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 doo. Dude, come back. Okay. Putting a slightly darker layer on that one. Move this over here so it will dry more. Same with this one. And then I want one that's more purplish. I'm gonna need more paper towels. Good thing I have some. So I do not have a dark purple in this paint set. Just a second. My paint just fell everywhere. They're falling out the back of my storage system. How dare they? I have a ton. Where's my dark purple? Oi. And some blues. And a hot pink. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was a weird sound that I just made. And alright, so hopefully I can have a little darker purple than what I had. Otherwise I have to make it. And I just dipped the purple cap in the neon green. That's fantastic. Yay, it is darker. I'm happy. Okay. I am the happy girl. Oh, oh, oh. I am happy. 'Cause I'm happy. Do, 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 boo, boo. Cobalt blue, ultramarine, and indigo. Ah, don't hit the camera. Indigo. You be dark. Okay. Do da do da do 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 oh do da day. Where is my brush? Oh, there it is. It was right in front of me and I wasn't even looking at it. Okay, so two colors at once. And I am just, whoa. How I didn't just paint myself, I have no idea. But I'll take it. And I'm just putting splotches of color here and there. Sit up. That is not what I wanted you to do. Stop it. This whole thing about eggs. Thank you.
Guess I'll put it over here.
There is something to be said for different brands of paint. So this dark purple is Artist Loft, and the other brand of paint is Daler Rowney. And I have to say, Artist Loft has been my favorite watercolor. Because it has such deep colors and it actually is true to the container. It makes such a difference. Dude, get back up here. Sit up. So I do have a vise that I can use, but it's also problematic. Ooh, this looks sort of like a rose on the front of it. I don't know if you can see that, but I think I'm going to try and go around it and not smudge that one out. Okay, and one last one that I'll stream here. On putting it together. Let's see, I think I am going to not put that hair on it. Jeez. Don't you love it when hairs and stuff just travel onto your paint thing? I can't think right now. Palette. That's what it is. It's a palette. Sheesh. Okay. It's amazing how that is already almost all soaked in that I just painted on that. because I didn't use any water on that one. Yay! I painted myself. I was wondering how long that would take. Good night. Okay, so these are still drying at the moment. So I don't want to touch these ones. This one I just put a second coat on. These are nowhere near dry, but I think you can see the mottled flame sort of look to it. And that comes back after it's been glazed with acrylic. But as I said, I'm doing an overpainting over top of this. So it's just a base giving me ideas to go with. Because it gives me a form to work with. Like this one, I saw trees in the background. This one, I saw a rose in the background. So I'm going to work with that. This one, I'm thinking I'm going to turn it into like a twilight firefly and pretty sort of white flowers. So like fireflies up here and then the white flowers around here. This one I think I'm going to turn into one of my flowers that you look at from the top. So you'll see that when it's done. I will share pictures of them on my TikTok. And possibly eventually onto my YouTube, but I haven't had time to edit all of my stuff for YouTube lately. So anyways, yes, right now it looks like a mess-ish, but to me it makes sense. So anyways, one of my things of starting from nothing and making something out of it. Anyway, I hope that you have a good day, and